Happy School Choice Week, everyone. This is the week when we celebrate all the many different ways that kids learn and all of the educational options that are out there to help kids. And we're talking today about the Nebraska Department of Education and how they took the bait from Nebraska Loves Public Schools and other Sherwood-funded organizations. Now, education is important to Nebraskans. In fact, it's so important that we have a government regulatory body whose sole purpose is to nurture Nebraska students in public, private, and non-public school systems. Why then is the Nebraska Department of Education openly supporting only one type of education, public, when we have many thousands of Nebraska students enrolled in homeschools and private schools? Will there be just 1 week in the year when NDE celebrates other school choice options? Oh wait, School Choice Week is this week. This could be the 1 week in the year when NDE shows that it actually does support the other students that it's tasked with caring for. But wait, Nebraska Loves Public Schools declared a holiday during this 1 week. What a coincidence. And it appears NDE fell for the bait. Is it possible that one of our bulwark government institutions has been swayed by donations from a Nebraskan who hates private schools? The following quote might give us some insight. The piece is called "Warren Buffett is Right, It's Time to Ban Private Schools," and it was published in Huffington Post UK in 2012. Here's a quote. "What if I said to you that the solution to the problems in our education system would be to make private schools illegal and assign every child to a state school by random lottery?" Now that's pretty extreme by any measure. But this is Warren Buffett, and he funds the Sherwood Foundation with shares of Berkshire Hathaway. And then the Sherwood Foundation distributes this money to organizations such as the Nebraska Department of Education. The Sherwood Foundation also funds Nebraska Loves Public Schools, Nebraska Council of School Administrators, Stand for Schools, and many other anti-choice groups. You might say that all of these groups are just octopus tentacles that are powered by one wealthy brain. These organizations spend their Sherwood money trying to undermine and squash some of the educational options that the Nebraska Department of Education is responsible for upholding. And yet, we see NDE regularly using this propaganda from these Sherwood organizations in its own communications. Private schools in Nebraska are among the most heavily regulated private schools in the country, and the NDE is responsible for their oversight. So even while NDE is working with these schools, which by the way are successfully educating some of our state's most disadvantaged students, the NDE is actively promoting groups that are openly lying about other school choice options and trying to make sure that low-income students don't have access to them, opposing LB 295, for example. So what is going on here? Does the Nebraska Department of Education work for Nebraskans? Or does it work for a collectivist billionaire? Does the department truly believe that all Nebraska kids are equally valuable? If so, maybe it could stop treating the non-public students as if they were second-class citizens. We did find one single tweet in which NDE acknowledged homeschool students by announcing an art class at a museum, but we haven't seen anything at all about private school students. It's not that we don't understand NDE's difficult position. The non-public students, parents, and educators don't make a fuss or demand attention. They're pretty easy to ignore. They're not going to make demands. But the Sherwood crowd might throw a fit if NDE actually showed support for all of the students that it's tasked with caring for. And they've been receiving money from them, so it's hard to not do what they want. All does not mean all, does it?